Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. It is our pleasure to call upon this year's valedictorian to address her peers. Her high-spirited energy and positive outlook on life has had a profound effect on our students in and out of the classroom. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our class of 2015's valedictorian, Brittany Boyko.
Facilitators, faculty, family friends, Father Paul, and fellow graduates. We stand here today on the cusp of the future. It is not a distant reality anymore. It begins here, it begins today. And I am honored to be the student with the task of delivering a speech. So with the next few moments, I would like to speak to the individual whom you are deep within. The child whose eyes glowed when they were 5, as others told them that they could change the world. But now I wish to ask, do you believe it? And do you want to believe it? That you can really cause another individual's pain or their success? That God-given talent that you all possess, do you believe in it? That spark that you have burning deep within, will you extinguish it yourself? Or will you feed it and allow it to consume you? These past few years of our lives, we have spent putting together an image of the character we want. That picture in our heads of whom we want to become. And now, whether that be the person who cures cancer, the first woman prime minister, the next Steve Jobs, or the next Lionel Messi, that is all up to us. And I mean, most people do strive for this, being the best. The person whose face and name is well known, because that is what our society has shown us is changing the world. We believe that it is the big things in life, when in truth, it isn't. It is an encompassment of all that we bring to life and all we gain from it. It takes every individual to change our world. It is not the actions of just one person. I mean, yes, we all need a leader. A person whose spark has burned so bright that we can all not ignore it. These are the faces on our TVs, the covers of our magazines. These instigators of change help spark a fire in all other people, helping us realize that every smile at a stranger, every kind word said to someone in need makes a difference. Graduates, we have spent years in a society bent on changing us, making us fit a mold, to classify us. You're a jock, you're a nerd, you are popular, you are this, you are that. And now, we are standing at the foot of our reality and seeing that those titles are worthless. And we are left with nothing. Nothing more than who we are within. What we believe about ourselves, that is who we are. And now is our time to rebuild that person. So that person who we hid from all those times, all of those years ago, that is who we can become. And they can change the world. School helped facilitate our understanding of life. It taught us not how to do algebra, but how to get the answer using a problem and a few simple rules. English taught us how to communicate ideas, not just made us all stay up till 3 finishing that essay. It taught us we put into life what we want out of it, and our attitudes and ambitions do invoke change in the world. This world has become so accustomed to our own selfish, materialistic whims that we often forget what really matters. That our world is external, and what we do will affect others. We forget that our light may unintentionally spark a fire in someone else's life, causing them to ignite a spark. And by this time, we have 3 sparks, and they will continue so forth. These sparks conquer distance. These sparks prolong time. These sparks diminish societal barriers, and these sparks start revolutions. So take your talents, back them up with a team of dedicated individuals behind you, and what will stop you? Reality? Fear? Judgment? Are you willing to put yourself in constant turmoil in order to allow self-doubt to crush you? What if your light cures cancer? What if your light feeds the hungry? Life has a funny way of not working out as we plan, and our mundane decisions contribute to this. What is a problem for most is we never welcome failure. Speaking with my fellow graduates, I can summarize my findings in 2 words. It sucks. That was the overall consensus of my peers. And I mean, I can see why. We place all of our efforts into something, and then are forced to watch it fall apart in front of us, and we are hit with a flood of broken dreams and failed relationships, and we are left staring at every mistake that we have ever made. And the hardest thing for us to do is to accept them. Is to get up and dust ourselves off. You see, when many of us fall, we fall flat on our faces and cannot afford to look up because the weight of our wrongdoing is crushing us. But what if instead we tried falling on our backs? That way we could look up and see that transfer anew. What if instead of shying away from our pain, we looked into it? Because in truth, we didn't fail. We learned one way not to do something. From your failure, you can learn how to succeed. So why not use this as fuel? Use your pain to fuel your light. Think about your efforts and how you can be in charge of dealing the cards in your own life. You see, the amazing thing is, you get to decide how this world affects you and how you affect it. Yes, inevitably, tomorrow will come and life will go on. But what you do in this moment is all up to you, and no person gets to take that away from you. Ladies, gentlemen, 2015 grads, we will all feel failure. And for us grads, it may be the moment we step foot out of our comfortable school environment. But for us, this is our time to make mistakes. I mean, you cannot screw up if you don't know where you're trying to end up, right? The power to be strong and the wisdom to be wise will come to us in time, and it will be found within ourselves. So for now, we need to build ourselves the best things in life and then ruin them. In order to truly appreciate what we've had, we need to fall in love and fall again and again and again until we know we have it right. Those questions we have, we need to search for those answers. We need to teach others not only how to exist, but to live. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we need to believe that our minute decisions are altering the world. I mean, who's to say you won't meet the love of your life buying bread at Costco, or find your purpose racking through cereal boxes at Superstore? Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Why suppress your talents when you can change the world? And for all of us, that may look different, because if she wants to be the best mechanic and she impacts the world every day by keeping our wait time short, and what if that guy in your math class, what if his changing the world is creating a new software that processes 10 times faster and propels technology forward? Not all of us change the world in the same way, but we all do it. Each and every one of us teach the individuals that we meet something. Whether that be good or bad, it is taught and it is carried with that individual, and it is their choice how they exhibit that unto the world. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for being the individual that you are today and impacting my life. For each of you have taught the individuals that I have met something or taught me something directly. Parents, one action done onto your child, whom I know, has in some way gotten back to me. Teachers, one tangent in one of your classes may have sparked unknown knowledge in a student, creating a question that they posed to me. And in some word, deed, or action, I experienced that. Graduates, one way or another, you shaped an individual who shaped me. And in that regard, I am one student, one person in this sea of people, and if you had that ability to have that impact on me, there are many more like me. And thank you for sharing that individual with me. So to the grads who are desperately searching to find this impactful person within, realize that it is your own choice how you change this world. You decide when to let your spark shine and when to hold back. Change in the world is inevitable. Life is never stationary. So never forget that by being you, whomever that may be, you can impact everyone. Even a young lady who you may or may not have known, who walked the halls of a school in Edmonton and gave a speech, letting you know how you helped ignite her spark. As the wise Oprah Winfrey once told us, you need to find what sparks a light in you so that you may illuminate that onto the world. Ladies, gentlemen, 2015 grads, do you believe that you can change the world? Because I do. Thank you.